Hi, hello, thank you for watching. My name is Sierra Grace and welcome to my channel. First off, I do apologize about the door moving. It is a little creepy, but it's my little 3-month-old kitten who likes to play with doors right now. So as you can see from the title of this video, this is going to be a get ready with me. It's currently 8:38 in the morning here, and I'm just going to take you through my morning routine. So I've already taken a shower this morning. My hair is about 3/4 of the way dry. I like to blow dry it first and then kind of just let it, the rest of it air dry. And I have washed and moisturized my face, and all I have to do now is primer and all the other good stuff. So let's start off by putting on my cute little ears. Just get this out of my face. I can't stand it when anything is in my face. And take a sip of coffee. So first thing I'm going to do is go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. It's really more of like a setting mist, but I like to use it first thing in the morning because I feel like it just sets my face and like it gets it ready for all of these other products. So, and I just love the way it feels on my skin. Alright, and then next, I'm going to go in with my Milani Prime and Shield. This is the mattifying and pore minimizing face primer. I like this one, but I only use it like in my T-zone because I have combination skin. Sometimes I get really, in the summertime, I get really oily around my T-zone. So like on my nose, my forehead, my chin. But in the winter times, I am completely dry, completely bare. And then even in the summer times, my chin, like right here, will get very, very dry. So I only put this like right where I need it. And I only use a small amount because I find that if I use too much, it can start to kind of like cake up my foundation. So I'm just going to put this on my nose. And this is one of those very silicone primers. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm just trying to use it up because I have it. When I first got it, I like was in love with it. So I went out and I got a backup, and I'm like, I'm never gonna run out of this. Why will I ever need a backup? So I'm trying to, I gave away the second one. I'm trying to use up the first one just so that I'm not wasting it, because I feel like sometimes we just waste products because, oh my god, it's so good, I have to have 12 backups, and I never use it. Or I'm never going to use enough of it to justify having another backup. And if I do need another one, I can just go out to the store and get another one and not have it lying around everywhere. Alright, so now that that's done, let me grab my beauty blender and... Alright, so next we're going to go in with the foundation. I think I'm going to use today my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I absolutely love this stuff for whenever I have to wear a foundation for long periods of time. Since it is like 8 o'clock in the morning now, I actually have to close at work. I'm a retail manager, and I won't be home until like 10 o'clock. So I want this to be on my face all day long and still look good. So I love this for long days when I know that I have to be wearing foundation for a long amount of time. So there with the squeezy tube cap. And I'm just going to take my Real Techniques. This one is disgusting, and it's kind of got some little cat marks because oh my god, I just got foundation all over my pants. Alright, back to normal. Taste the coffee real quick. Coffee is my life. What the heck, little kitten? Come on. Ugh. Whatever, we're just gonna leave it open because obviously she wants to be in here. Okay, just squeezing a little bit out onto my Real Techniques sponge. That's how I normally do it. And I'm just gonna look into my mirror that's right here. Right now, my face is a little bit lighter than my body just because we just came back from Hangout Fest. And so we were on the beach, had a lot of sun, but I was good and wore my SPF on my face. So now my face is significantly lighter than my body, which is kind of funny because when I came back, I had to buy all new foundations because none of them fit anymore. None of them matched, which I guess is a good and a bad thing. I like to be tan, especially around the summertime. I remember when I was a little kid, I always want it to be really pale, just because I have very naturally tan skin. Like, I go out in the sun for 5 minutes and I get tan. So I remember being a little kid and always wanting to be pale. So I would spend every second that I could inside. If I went outside, I'd have an umbrella, like, I'd cover up. I did not want to be tan at all. And then, I don't know, I guess I grew out of it and I just realized that if my body's gonna be tan, it's gonna be tan, and there's nothing I can really do about it, so why really try to be anything that I'm not? So now I love to be tan. I was trying to find the little kitten for you to show you, but she's being a little kitten. We're just gonna call her little kitten. Alright, next we're gonna go in with some concealer. My favorite concealer right now is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. I got this recommendation from Tati, Glam Life Guru, and I couldn't thank her enough for this one. So my under eyes are very picky. I have very serious issues with my under eyes. They are dark. They are kind of caved in. So like I don't have puffed out bags. I have like caved in circles. And then they are very dry. So I have to use a eye cream, a moisturizer underneath my eyes, and then sometimes found it like concealers still look cakey underneath. I can't even set my under eyes without it looking like super like crepey and cakey underneath there. So I like this one because I don't have to set it. It doesn't crease on me, and it is very high coverage, and it's brightening. So all plus. Right now I have the shade 2C, Light Medium Cool. Which works. It's a lot lighter now since I've gotten my tan. And I can just show you the difference here. And so maybe when I run out of this one, I will grab a darker shade for summer. But we'll see. I may just stick with this shade because before you know it, summer's gonna be over, and I hate that. Alright, so I'm just blending this out with the pointy side of my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Beauty sponge, whatever. Okay, kind of go over the eye, in the corner, and then make sure it blends down. And like, can you see that coverage? The difference? It's amazing. It probably looks better on camera than it does in person, which, why can't everything look better in real life? Alright, and I am just doing the other eye real quick. Sometimes I will highlight my forehead, nose, and chin. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day and how much time I have. Like today, I really want to go for kind of a more natural look rather than something very kind of out there. Normally when I close, I love to like experiment and do crazy stuff, but just kind of like a regular everyday get ready with me. I want to do something just very natural, very something that I could do in 2 minutes. And then a lot of times what I find is like my concealer, it stops here but then it goes up my nose. So right now my nose looks really white, but what will happen is like whenever I do my bronzer, I just take a little bit on the sides of my nose and it fixes that issue for me. And then if I have any excess, I'll bring it onto my forehead, bring it on my chin. By that point there's not really anything else left. And it's time for another sip of coffee. Okay, so on a normal day, I don't set my face. I probably should, like in the nose area and forehead and chin, but like I said, my under eyes can't take any powder. Sometimes I will and sometimes I won't, but today I'm kind of digging the not set look. It's kind of giving me a little bit of a glow, but not really. So I'm going to go straight into bronzer and blush and get that out of the way. And today I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Palette, the Butter Collection palette in medium deep. This is just, can you not, like, it's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. The bronzer I thought might be too dark for me when I purchased it, but then after my trip, it has like kind of matched me because I've gotten really tan. So I absolutely love it. And I really got it for the blush shade because the blush in the light palette looked way too light for me. I like a very pigmented blush. Like nothing crazy and overwhelming, but kind of pigmented. And like that one just didn't look very pigmented. And then the highlighters in here, I absolutely love those as well. And so just kind of brush off the excess and then go in. I'm not precise at all whenever I do bronzer, because I just want to like bronze up the face, give it some definition back to its life. And then it's, oh, it just smells so amazing. And then, I just went straight to the highlighter. I'm gonna dust that off real quick. Back into the bronzer, and then a little bit on the temples of my forehead. And then I like to bring it a little bit down my neck, just to kind of help blend that foundation line so it doesn't look like a mask. Alright, put that back up, and then let me do my blush. This blush is so disgusting, but it's like my favorite, and I never have time to clean them. Let's get real, I just don't want to clean them. I'm lazy like that. And so we're just gonna put the blush on. What are you doing? Both of them are in here now. Great. I have a 1-year-old Siamese, no, 3-year-old Siamese and a 3-month-year-old like gray tabby kitten. Hold on one second. And then I think I'm gonna do just like a light wash of highlighter for right now. I may go in with a little bit more later. Okay, so I know what I want to do for my highlighter. So they have these really two cute, beautiful highlighters in this palette. They have this yellowy kind of shade one and this pink one, but neither of them are really what I want to go for today. So I'm actually going to grab my Mary Luminizer. 1 second. If I can find it. Oh no, where is it? Oh, I really need to clean in here. Ah, I found it. No, I really need to clean in here. I haven't unpacked since vacation, so everything's like in my makeup bag. Everything is just all over the table. It's a mess in here. Okay, so I'm just taking like this really fluffy big brush. This is like what I love to use for like a really diffused highlighter. Something that's not going to be blinding. And now they're playing with that. Alright, something that's not going to be blinding. So I'm just going to go in just a little bit. Tap off the excess. And then... Danny! Just kind of brush a little bit on, and it just gives her like a really nice pretty sheen, something that's not like highlighter, or I mean not like just blinding face highlighter, if you get what I mean. Oh no, okay, I forgot to do my nose, so I'm gonna go back into this brush. Just to kind of clean up the nose a little bit. Alright, and I think that is good for now. Let's go to eyes. But first, and that is my lovely puppy. He has to be near me at all times. Can never not be near me. So he sleeps on the floor most of the time, but I guess he decided to get up because the little cats were bothering him. Alright, eyes. What do I want to do today? Sorry, fiance is texting. It's his first day at a new job and he is really nervous. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of combine these two palettes. Mine's really dirty. Let me clean that off real quick. So first I have the Milani Most Loved Mattes. I've absolutely been loving this eyeshadow palette. Like, oh, it is so gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. It has like everything that I would need. I'm very much like a neutrals girl on most days. So I love that it has all of the basics that I could need. I could do like a cool tone look. I could do a warm tone look. I can do like a little smoky eye with this dark brown. Like, I love it. The only thing it's missing is a matte black, but I don't really mess with matte blacks very often just because I'm not the best with them, so I'm fine with it. And if I need something a little deeper, this palette, the Identity palette by Persona Cosmetics, amazing. The shimmers in here are absolutely amazing. I love that gold one. I love that gold one. This dark chocolate brown is perfect for like really deepening up the V. This red color is super like amazing and buttery. I like mixing this red one and this one together, and it just gives like a really nice crease color. Okay, so I really don't like using eye primers. I don't think that they do enough for me. I have a lot of discoloration in my eyelids, so I like to use a concealer as my eye base, and it always works pretty well for me as long as I set everything down and it's like a good concealer. So the one I'm going to use today to kind of prime my eyelids is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. This one's in the shade Medium Cool, which it's slightly dark for me, like it matches my skin tone, which it's not ideal for under the eyes, but that's what I get for ordering online. Yeah, so I ordered it during like the 21 days of beauty sale, and I seriously thought I picked up like a light medium or something like that, and then it comes in the mail and it's medium cool, and I look back at my order, and of course I'm the stupid one that ordered the wrong shade. Alright, I'm just trying to find my my pat down brush. Here it is. I like to use, that's not it. This is it. I'm a mess this morning. It's okay. I like to use this Ulta Beauty blending shadow brush to kind of pack down the white on my lid, or like set down the concealer on my lid. So let me just blend this in, get it everywhere. And I just like how concealers, they cancel everything out, they make everything even. And I used to deal with dryness on my eyelids as well as like my entire face. And so using concealer just kind of like it mitigated some of that, like it made it less visible, I guess you could say. So I'm just using the white shade in this palette right here to just kind of pat everything in and make everything stick. And it also helps like blend the shadows, because sometimes I can go a little crazy. It's a blending and I don't want it to look crazy. Okay. Alright. Now this is going to be the part of the video I need you to not make fun of how dirty my brushes are, because I have not cleaned them in a while. So next I'm just going to go like into this light, I hate this light brown shade right here, and just kind of fluff that into the crease kind of as a transition shade. So I'm just going to tap off the excess, and then they're playing now. I'm so glad I have pets, but sometimes they scare the living freaking crap out of me. This morning my fiance left for work, and I swear I heard like one of our outer exterior doors open or close, and I was, oh my god, it scared me so bad. Like I had to have Axel next to me, and I was like checking out the house with like a knife in my hand, and it's just the cats. Yeah, just the cats. %90 of the time they're alright though. They just sleep all day. Except for the little kid. You disturb her and then it's done. But my 3-year-old, she sleeps a lot. She's kind of at that age where she doesn't really want to do anything else but sleep. Alright. I'm going to pick up a smaller brush now, just slightly smaller. It's not that much smaller. This is it's a Morphe R33, I think. It's kind of rubbed off. I don't really know. I've had it for a long time. I really need to get some new brushes. And I'm going to go into this kind of caramelly chocolatey color right here, just to kind of deepen up the crease a little bit. And then just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go in here like so. So one of the main reasons I wanted to start my YouTube channel is just because I was inspired and I've learned so much from YouTube that I want to help the community. I want to be part of the community. And I feel like there is so much in my life that I've learned, and there's so much that I do in my life that you never really know who you can reach and who you may be able to help. So there are plenty of YouTubers that I watch that just kind of amaze me, and like they made a huge impact on my life, and I've never even met them before. I literally only watch them on YouTube, but I want to be that to somebody else, and I think that I can, as long as I put a focus to it. Alright, next I'm going to go in with the red shade that's in here. It's very similar to the red shade in the Persona palette. Like, I will say, sometimes I use these very interchangeably. Like, I'll use the one in the Matte for Mattes palette. So if you can see, this red shade is very similar to, like, this red shade. Oh, that red shade. And maybe if I swatch these, they might show up. I'd say the one in the Persona palette's a little bit more brown than the one in the Matte for Mattes, but they're very similar. Like, I would say that they are very, very similar. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the one in the Matte for Mattes palette. I'm just going to take that on the same brush and just kind of warm up the crease just a little bit. And also add just a little bit of definition. Alright. That looks good. I'm not too picky about my eyeshadow. I like to use palettes that I know blend well, because I know that blending's not my strong suit. So it kind of makes sense. You want your eyeshadow to look good. You know that you're not the best at blending. Make sure that you're purchasing a palette that you know is great blendability. And that's what I love about YouTube, is like, we have people that tell us these things. Seriously, YouTube. I'm going to kill them one day. So like, I only use palettes that I know are going to work well for me. And that means that sometimes I kind of skimp out on the drugstore ones, if I know that it's not going to do good, and even some of the higher end ones. But like the Milani Love for Mattes, or Most Loved Mattes, like, it took me a long time to actually break down and actually buy it. I mean, it's only 15 bucks at Walmart, but like, I want to make sure that what I'm buying is something that I'm actually going to use, and something that I'm going to like create a good cohesive look out of, and that I'm not going to have to worry about making sure that my technique is 100% perfect, because let's get real, mine is not. And I would like to say that 90% of the populations isn't. Sorry that you're looking into my face. I'm just grabbing a small flat shader brush from some random kit that I'd gotten one time, and let's see what kind of, I'm trying to figure out like what kind of look, because a lot of times my two favorite colors in this palette, I don't know if I can do that. My two favorite colors in this palette are the Gold Digger and Seductive. Gold Digger is like your classic gold. It is so pretty. I love it. And then Seductive's like more of a pink gold. It's really like a pink bronze, and I love it too. It just depends on like what kind of mood I'm going for that day. This is very challenging. I think I'm just going to go in with Seductive. It really makes my eyeshadow, like my eyes pop, which I love. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it to my eyes with a small shader. And then just do it for the other eye as well. And I love how these metallics, they look so bomb, and you do not have to try very hard. Like, if you want the punchy punch, you can wet these, but honestly, I don't think that they need it. Like, do you see that? They don't need it. So on most days, I'm just gonna grab like a really small brush and go into the red shade and just kind of mix the red and the brown shade a little bit and run that. Jeez Louise, cats! They love each other, I swear. Alright, and I'm going to run that on the lower lash line to kind of add definition. And it also kind of hides those little creases that I have underneath my eye that I can't get rid of. Well, yeah, can't get rid of. Okay. And then while I'm here, I'm also going to grab, just on like one of my pinky finger, this Sassy shade right here. It's a shimmery white, and I just use that to kind of highlight the inner corners right there. And I just love how that just brightens the whole eye and makes it like open. Alright, we're coming to the end, guys. The end is near. Time for one more sip of coffee. So next, really, all I have is Axel. What you doing, buddy? Huh? What you doing? Some mascara. So, I'm gonna do this off camera real quick, just because my mirror is so far away. Alright, I am back. I've got mascara on. On a typical day, this is exactly where I'd leave it. I don't mess with liner. I used to back in high school, like the full black raccoon eyes. Not anymore. My eyes are really sensitive right now, so like even sometimes mascaras can irritate my eyes, which I can bet you about 12 hours from now, my eyes will be killing me to take out my contacts, and I will not have any of this mascara on anymore. And then I really don't mess with lips that much either. I'm very particular about like the texture of things on my lips, so a lipstick has to be super amazing for me to wear it, and even then, I don't like reapplying lipstick. It's really annoying. So it's like, I will put it on, and then when it's gone, I'm done for the day. So I don't really mess with bold colors unless it is a matte lipstick where it just kind of dries down and I'm not doing anything. But on a normal day, like going to work, this will be it. Beautiful eyes, nice bronze, nice blush, and all I really have to do is setting spray. So I will either, sometimes I will go back in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, just because it's kind of like setting a sandwich. So you put it on first and then you put it on last, and it kind of just sandwiches it in and keeps it preserved. If I wear a lot of powder that day, I will go in with some Max Fix Plus and then my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, just depending on what I have, because I like how the Fix Plus really like takes away all of that powderiness, and if I didn't blend something perfectly, it kind of like helps blend everything together as well. So I didn't really set my face today, so I will go in with the Smashbox Primer Water again, and I'm just going to hold my hair back. And it feels just so good going on. Let that dry. Hair is about dry for the most part. I will leave it like this. Like, this is just my natural. It's not wavy, it's not straight, it's not curly or anything. If I'm feeling really fancy, I'll kind of curl it. But I'm not really feeling too fancy today, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I have that thing where every 2 minutes I literally have to like tuck it behind my ears, even though I hate the way I look whenever I do this. It's just a compulsive thing. Like, I just have to tuck it behind my ears. I can't have anything like in my face. Now, done with that tangent. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be bringing a lot more content like this. And tune in next time. Thank you guys. Bye.